So it has been a hot minute since I have filmed a book haul video, but today I'm here to fix that because finally I'm here to share with you guys the books that I purchased in January. Hello everyone, it is Samantha and I hope you guys are having a lovely one today. I am excited about today's video because I'm finally doing a book haul. I actually do like filming these books because I like sharing the new books I have picked up or received, but I haven't done one and I think it's been 4 months. So I have acquired books since then, but I decided to just leave those in last year and just start fresh. So I'm only showing you guys the books that I picked up since January, and there's quite a few that I'm very excited about. So without further ado, let's jump into this book haul. So I did receive a couple of books from publishers this month, so I'll show you guys those first. The first one is this new series from the author Sarah Tarkoff, and the first book is Sidled and the second book is Fearless. I gather that this is a world that is based upon morality. So those who are good are blessed with beauty, whereas those who are bad basically have to suffer disfigurement and even death. And she is the daughter of a cleric and she believes in like this higher power, but she soon discovers that there's more to this world than good and evil and that there's a lot more going on and it has very sinister consequences. So it seems like a very intriguing concept. I haven't ever heard of this author or the series before, but I'm definitely intrigued to see what it is about. Plus they're not very big, so I should probably get to reading these soon. Yes. The next book I'm very excited about, and it is a new Rick Riordan Presents book from Disney Hyperion. If you guys aren't aware of Rick Riordan Presents, it is an imprint from Disney Hyperion that is based upon middle grade books that are diverse. So they're by authors who come from different diverse backgrounds. And this one is The Dragon Pearl by Yoon-Ha Lee. As you guys know, Yoon-Ha Lee wrote a very popular sci-fi series that I am not the biggest fan of, but I am very intrigued to see what is going to happen in this book. It is a Korean-inspired fantasy sci-fi story that takes place in space, and it seems very exciting. The story follows the main character of Min, who is from a long line of fox spirits. So that means that her family has the ability to shapeshift and use her magical powers. However, her and everybody in her family are forbidden from using them. The family doesn't want to be discovered. But she feels very resentful of this, but soon her older brother Jun disappears because he's going in search of the Dragon Pearl, and she goes after him to find him. And so things kind of take off from there, and she kind of discovers who she is on her own. I think it'll be a fun story. I really want to get to this one soon because I like the concept, plus I like foxes, so that idea alone made me very excited, and I'm just very intrigued to see how Yoon-Ha Lee writes a middle grade book. The last book I received was from Penguin Random House and Print Dutton, and it is The Last Voyage of Poet Blythe by Ali Condi. I've never read anything by her, so I know nothing about her. But this book, I kind of take place, seems like it's almost a dystopian book, so it might take place in the future. But it follows Poet Blythe. It says she's a 17-year-old captain of the outpost's last mining ship and wants far more than the gold they tear from the Serpentine River. Revenge. So it seems like it'll kind of be an exciting swashbuckling type of a story. Could be totally off base, but judging from the synopsis, that's what it seems like to me. Okay, so now moving into the books I purchased myself in the month of January. The first one I purchased was Spellslinger by Sebastian de Castell. This is the first book in his Spellslinger series, and I've already read it, but I wanted to purchase this one because I had the UK cover, and I actually am not the biggest fan of the UK covers. They look like playing cards. I mean, the idea is cool, but I actually prefer the US ones because Orbit picked up this series and started publishing them. And I had already purchased the other 3 in this edition, so I wanted the first book to match because they were like different sizes, and I'm just weird that way. So I needed the series to match, and now it does. Look how pretty it is. Look, it's like a rainbow. Yellow, blue, red, and green. So I'm very happy that they all match now and the spines all match, and it's very pretty. And I recommend the series. It's really great. If you saw my wrap up, you'll know I'm a big fan of the Spellslinger series, so pick it up because it's fun, okay? The next 2 books that I picked up were 2 of the books part of the Harbinger series by Jeff Wheeler that I read, and it is Iron Garland and Mirrorgate, books 2 and 3, and it is so good. Again, this was a really fun series. I cannot wait for book 4, and I had to get to these 2 books right away. I finished book 1 at the beginning of January, and I'm like, yep, need to continue. So hop on Amazon, I did, and I got the next 2 books. The next book that I picked up is, again, another one I read and loved, and it was Wondersmith by Jessica Townsend, the second book in the Trials of Morgan Crow series. I love this series, guys. It is so fun. It has some humor. It's full of whimsy. It's basically like Harry Potter done right, which I feel like is controversial to say, but it's good. I love all of the characters. I love the plot line. It's very magical. It's very whimsical, and I am a 30-year-old adult gushing about a middle grade series, so I can tell you right now, I would have been obsessed at the age of 11 if I'm obsessed now. So I recommend checking this one out because it's a lot of fun and it's a fast read. So just do it, guys. Do it. When I picked up, obviously I've read and I picked it up on release day, and that is Winter of the Witch by Catherine Arden, the final book in the Winter Night trilogy. And oh my god, what an ending. This series was so good. The ending was perfect. I loved it. I loved everything about it. This might be my favorite book in the series because it was so epic. There were so many things that happened. I loved it. And it was a perfect January book because, you know, January is cold and wintry, and this book takes place in Russia, mostly during the winter where things are cold and harsh, and I loved it so much. I want more. I'm not ready to let go of Vasilisa. Like, I need to know more. So I'm hoping that she'll put out more books set in this series with this family. That is my hope, because she definitely left it open in a way that you could see where she could continue on with this family story, and I hope she does. So the next book I actually just picked up on a whim because it's from one of my favorite authors, and it is a new series by Miles Cameron, and it's called Cold Iron. I read his Soldier Sun trilogy last year, loved it. Loved it so much. It's a very epic series, the Soldier Sun trilogy, or series rather, and it's a little bit dense, but it's worth it because there's a lot of epicness that happens. So I wanted to check out his new series. This one's called Masters and Mages, and I think just from the synopsis, I might like it a little bit more. Book series follows I can't say his name, Arnthur, it's a weird name, and he is basically a mage. He studied to become a mage. He has done it his whole life. He is a mage, but fate has different plans, and these mercenaries attack this inn he's staying at, and he takes up the sword to defend the residents, and he discovers that he's not a mage, he is a swordsman. And so he decides to like go on this new path in life and learn to become a swordsman, but he realizes that this path is going to be a lot more dark than he first thought. So it seems like it's gonna be a very exciting and epic book. I mean, look at that cover alone. It looks very epic, and I'm very excited to see where he goes with this new series. I did also pick up 2 Kindle books. The first one is 3 Men in a Boat by Jerome K. Jerome. This was actually the book club pick for January, so I had to pick it up. It's only 100 pages, it's short, it's a classic, and so far I'm enjoying it. I'm halfway through. It's a pretty humorous book. It's also pretty relevant for today. I mean, the opening chapter has to do with this guy basically going to the English library to look up his symptoms, and then in this like book on medicine, and then he ends up going through all the diseases and discovers that he has every disease. So he basically did the 19th century version of Googling his symptoms, and I just thought that was hilarious. So I'm enjoying this one so far. I still need to finish it. And then the other book I ended up picking up on my Kindle is Beneath the Scarlet Sky by Mark Sullivan, and this book is part of the Too Old for This Shit book club, which I'm helping to co-host. I will leave all the Goodreads, Twitter, and co-host info down below so you guys can check it out and join us. We're going to be reading this book in January and February, and then doing the live show in March. I don't know too much about this book except for the fact that it takes place during World War II, so it's a historical novel, and I'm definitely intrigued to see where it goes because I don't read historical novels very often, so it's kind of nice to branch out from your normal genre. Alright guys, that is it for my January book haul. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing some of the books that I received and picked up the past month. If you have read any of them, let's talk about them down below, and if you have any other thoughts or things you want to leave in the comment section, please feel free to do so. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Until next time, happy reading. Bye!